Hola! Let's take a look at this instructional page in Canvas. We're going to review some of the most important aspects of the verb gustar. So we know gustar is used to express to like in English, but we always have to keep in mind that there is no literal translation. It really means that something is pleasing to someone. And the indirect object pronoun in this construction tells us who is being pleased. The indirect object pronouns are me, te, le, nos, os, and les. So now let's review some of the most important aspects of this construction. Gustar is usually preceded by the indirect object pronoun. The form of gustar is going to agree with the subject, which generally follows it. The subject can be a singular noun or a plural noun. But the most important thing is to not conjugate gustar as if it were a regular AR verb, because it does not function like a regular AR verb. Another important point to keep in mind is that when we use gustar with an infinitive, the form of gustar is always going to be singular, gusta. And we use the singular form even if more than one infinitive is used. For example, te gusta cantar y bailar. You like to sing and dance. Notice that we use the singular form of gustar in this sentence. Let's now review the frases de clarificación o de énfasis. Here, on the left, we have the a phrases that correspond to the indirect object pronoun. Here, we have a sentence. Let's listen. A la señora García le gustan las flores. So let's take a look at the sentence. We have the a phrase, a la señora García. This a phrase gives us more information about the IOP le, because le, as we see here, can refer to many different things. A él, a ella, a usted. So here, this is an a phrase that is specifically a frase de clarificación. So it's clarifying who exactly is the IOP. Here we have gustan. So notice that we use the plural form of gustar because the subject is plural as well, las flores. So while we look at this sentence, we think, okay, Mrs. Garcia likes flowers. But literally what we are saying is the flowers are pleasing to Mrs. Garcia. So we kind of have to think about it in reverse, okay? Mrs. Garcia is not the subject of this sentence, but rather las flores is the subject of the sentence. Okay, so take a look at these really important things to keep in mind when we are working with gustar. Ciao!